Hey guys, thanks for joining me in another video. So I just want to tell you in this video why I decided to sell my Nexus 6 and only keep the Moto X 2014. So on paper, the Moto X is blown away by the Nexus 6 with specs. As you can see here, it just looks like the Nexus 6 is a top performer and much better performer than the Moto X. So let's get into the build quality. Build quality of the the Nexus 6 is good. It's just like the Moto X. But the one thing that turned me off very quickly after having this device was the metal band, the metal body around it. It's purple, and it comes across as purple, even though they say blue, and I just couldn't do it. The camera is nice though. Everything is the same as the Moto X, the 6-inch screen. It's all good. But the Moto X, as you can see, I was able to make the colors that I want, and I have the dark gray band around the device, the metal band around the device, instead of a purple tint on it. But the body on here is great. It doesn't have dual speakers, but the single speaker is just as loud as the dual speakers on the front of the Nexus 6. I really enjoy using this device day to day though. But the Nexus 6, as you can see here, is very fast in the menus, day-to-day use, very fluid. It performs very well, but the Moto X is about the same, if not, it appears to be a little bit smoother. Now, you can't change the animations on both of these in the developer options, but some people might not want to do that. The Moto X has been in my pocket since I got it, actually, and my Nexus 6 has kind of just been sitting around, sadly. I just couldn't use it, man. I don't know. I found myself web browsing on my Moto X a lot more, only because I can just do it with one hand. I have large hands, but I had trouble reaching the top of the Nexus 6 at times. And I know it's a two-hand device for almost everybody, but sometimes I want to use one hand to do everything and have my other hand free to do whatever. So I did a side-by-side gaming with the Nexus 6 and the Moto X, and the Nexus 6, it performs well. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it for gaming. The sound coming out of the speaker is really, really loud, and it's just clear, and the gameplay is great. But the Moto X just seems like it was a lot smoother in day-to-day gaming, because I've been playing this game here on both devices, and it's really, really nice. I mean, there's nothing I can complain about with the Moto X's gaming experience. The 5.2-inch screen is good. So overall, I think the Moto X, where it doesn't compete with the Nexus 6's battery, it still has a good battery, but it just couldn't. I can barely get 3 hours out of my Moto X, but I'm okay with that. But the Nexus 6 is struggling with the Quad HD display, and I think it hinders the performance just a little bit. That battery is not as great as one would think. Overall, though, as you can see here, I'm enjoying the Moto X, and it's very fluid. One thing about both of these devices, though, they will get an update in software, and that's a huge plus. They're both on 5.0. That's why I got rid of my Nexus 6, and I will get another one. I'll probably get a white one, I guess, but for now, it's got to go. See you in the next video.